I'm supposed to do? She'll be stuck married to me, because there's no such thing as divorce in the Philippines. Well, not as of yet. And I could care less, because I would never get married again anyway. Now don't get me wrong, the right woman for me, she'll be well taken care of. But in the beginning of our relationship, she's gonna think I'm J-O-B, just over broke.
So I think
See,
that
I think when men make that comment, they're not thinking about the actual process and the commitment that they are going to have to put into that, and the longevity, even if that relationship doesn't work out. Like, you're still her sponsor. So keep that in mind. When you
And that goes into
find your other American woman, let's just say you went over there and you got her and you thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, and it didn't work out. Maybe she became Americanized, the thing that you hate about American women, and now you stuck still sponsoring her and taking care of her for
Oh,
10
honey, is she gonna milk it to the day she die?
And now your new wife, you meet your new wife, and she's American, and you like, man, I've been looking for you my whole life. And now you got to explain to her why you still got a sponsor.
wait.
She definitely has a point. For those of you all who haven't seen the video yet, I did a video about 3 months ago about a 55-year-old man by the name of James, who met a Filipino online and was chatting with her for about 2 years. He never met her in person, and after he booked his trip, he proposed to her before he even went to the Philippines. Finally, he goes to the Philippines, marries her, and gets her pregnant, and not necessarily in that order. After a 1-month visit and return to the States, James is talking about bringing her to the United States along with the child that she's having by him and 2 other kids by some other guy. James is doing everything possible to get himself financially stuck if this marriage does not work out with the woman he spent only 1 month physically with. That's not enough time to get to know somebody. So if the marriage doesn't work out, or the woman is scamming James just to get a visa and get over here, James won't be able to retire until he's about 100 years old, trying to pay for her and those 3 kids. I put a link to the video at the end of this video and in the description box below if you haven't seen it. So let's see if there's some guys out there who thought it was going to be really simple. Go over there, find a woman, bring her back, and if it doesn't work out, whatever.
Why did Albie? I gotta shout you out. He just said, "I just threw my passport in the trash with a crying emoji."
See, that was a guy thinking it was going to be a piece of cake, getting a woman and bringing her over here. Fellas, do not marry those women and bring her to your country. You're taking a huge risk as far as your financial status is concerned. For some of you younger guys, understand this. Most of the younger girls in Asia are not mature enough to become responsible housewives yet. So my suggestion is, go visit those countries once a year or whenever you can and enjoy yourself. But don't fall in love with one of these women, marry her, and try to bring her over here to your country. It could ruin you if it falls apart. Those women over there know how to play the long game. They treat you well and act like they love you until they get over here and get that visa. Next thing you know, you're being served divorce papers and stuck taking care of her for the next 10 years. Now don't get me wrong, they're not all the same. There are some good ones that you won't have any problems with. But the problem is you don't know which ones are which. The ones that are going to scam you, they'll treat you just as well as the ones who are going to be sincere and stay with you. But seeing that you don't know which one is which, the risk is too high for you to take. So stay single.
You guys, so listen, so it's serious talk. So look, I personally have no problem. I feel like if you find love, I think everybody deserves love. You know, who am I to say you have to stay in America for love? I want you to find love. I want everyone to be happy. I'm not one of those people who feels like, oh, I want all black men to myself. No, I want you to be happy. You know, because this is your life and I want you to be happy. But I just want you to know that if you're going to make moves, you need to be educated on the moves that you're going to make. And yes, if you bring somebody over, if it's your spouse, you are legally responsible for them. You are sponsoring them. So if something were to happen and this lady no longer wants to be with you, let's just say she adapts to the American culture and this fine football player just walks past and she's like, oh, I like that. And he likes her and she leaves you, you're still responsible for her because you sponsored her. Okay? So she can leave you and you have to still sponsor her because you made an agreement with the government that if you bring this woman over here, you will be responsible for her.
Okay, so I'm in the video right here on this one note with this one question. The young lady in the middle at the top and the young lady down on the right at the bottom seem to be highly educated about the K-1 visa process. The one with the hat on mentioned it, and the one in the middle at the top, She had the video. Have you ever heard of a scare tactic? Did they search around trying to find something that would deter men, especially black men, from going over to another country and bringing a woman of another nationality back to the United States? I just don't get the feeling this was just a public service announcement to protect black men and their finances. You know damn well if black men started bringing Asian women over here and they're happy and content with that woman, particular black women will be enraged. Have you ever seen two black women who don't like each other? How they go after each other? So imagine what they do if they don't like your Asian wife. There's no way certain black women are gonna be cool when everywhere they go, they see a black man with an Asian wife and they're happy. The longer she stays single, the more enraged she's gonna become. Now, I wanna give them the benefit of the doubt in saying that they were just doing a public service announcement. But because the one in the white hat, in the beginning, when they asked, were they okay with black men getting passports and getting women from other countries, she responded,
Is she black? If she's black and abroad, go ahead.
So I think it's safe to say that this was strategically planned to sabotage black men from getting over there and bringing one of those women back. You see how much they laughed when the one at the right top said that a man just threw his passport in the trash when he saw the K1 visa video? Anyway, overall, I have to give these women a B+ because they did handle it with class and dignity. And I also want to thank them for the public service announcement about the K1 visa, which was a video I was going to do real soon anyway. But now I don't have to. They did it for me. I know there's going to be a lot of guys out there crying themselves to sleep tonight after learning about the K1 visa. Be strong, brothers. Be strong. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, don't you marry one of them women and bring them over here. My name is Raul. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.
I debated whether or not to do this as either a Triple P or a Blackaren video. But I said since I more recently done a Triple P, let me go ahead and just make this a Blackaren video, especially since I haven't done one in a while and I have yet to do one on this chick right here that you see in this picture. So in case you don't know who this is Kayla Nicole. And really the only claim to fame that she has, if you really want to call it fame, is her being attached to Travis Kelce, who is her ex-boyfriend. And the last time I talked about Kayla, and I could have talked about her a few times after that, was when she came out of the side of her mouth about some comments that Cam Newton had made about the roles that women play in relationships, which he didn't say anything bad, but of course, you know who, the usual suspects, had something to say about it that they didn't like. And then of course they brought up, about him having multiple baby mamas and all types of stuff like that. Kayla Nicole was one of those people. Now, the reason why she should have kept her mouth shut is because all the time that she was talking all of this stuff towards Cam Newton, her relationship with Travis Kelce at the time was pretty much on its way out the door. Because literally right after she made those comments, about a couple weeks later, Travis Kelce dumped her. And also keep in mind that he was cheating on her, and not with other black women. He was cheating on her with other PC women. Now, the reason why I'm doing a Blackaren video on her today is because this little bit of news came out, and I'm telling you right now, y'all are probably going to laugh at this because this woman is a whole goofy. So apparently she's been stringing herself along because as far as I'm concerned, she's attached to him. Like, he really was, in my opinion, detached from her. He saw her as, in my opinion, nothing more than a trophy. They were in a relationship for 5 years, and she's thinking that, she's going to get a ring or get proposed to, whatever the case may be. Never happened. They break up, and you would think that's it. She would move on. But she's not ready to let go of that lifestyle. But she's using the guise of the dogs as a reason to say that she's still kind of attached to him. Now I'm going to read this article coming from Black Sports Online. It says Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole, says she was stupid for thinking he would marry her after dating for 5 years. At least she